Oh no! Is Captain Marvel in trouble? Probably. If we are to believe these projections for the opening weekend profits for Captain Marvel, which went from a high of 180 million to below 100. So, how this happened? Well, the star of the movie did a press tour. The initial complaint about Brie Larson, a lot of it when the trailer started to roll out, was that she's really stone-faced and shows no emotion. And then the thing about she never smiles. So this became the main tagline for it. Oh, well, this is just men asking women to smile as a part of toxic masculinity and all this sort of thing. It's not the damn smiling. It's just not emoting at all. You didn't see much acting in there. You saw the other characters, mostly men, acting all over the place, even the cat. But not her. Now, to be fair, we know from the trailers that the plot involves that she doesn't remember her human past and something has happened to wipe her memories. And you could understand that this might have something to do with her lack of personality. They took that too. And so then it would fit within the storyline, of course. No one's seen the film. Well, apparently some people have, and they said the cat steals the show. But overall, nobody knows exactly what's going on here. And so that could explain a lot about how the character works within the story. That being said, of course, the star is the star, and she's just been pissing people off for quite some time. The first warning signs with the tweet that she did about the TSA guy, and then her attempt to defend the film A Wrinkle in Time, which was a major flop, and she blames it all on white men. That's why she doesn't care what the opinion of white men are, because it's not for you. Apparently she's a segregationist. And white men should only be allowed in certain areas. She didn't think it through, because she's not that bright. Come on. This is blatantly obvious. And she doubles down on this, and then I only want people of color to interview me for the press tour, and all this sort of thing, and posits herself as a white savior and treats people of color as pets almost here, and she's completely unaware of this because, again, she's not that bright. But boy, what a horrible way to advertise your movie, so she's just so unlikable that there's people who probably would have seen the movie are now thinking, no, I'm not going to see this. Plus, she says she doesn't want you there if you're a white male. Gee, what's the ratio? What's the dominant market for superhero films? Well, it's predominantly male. It's predominantly white, and domestically, because that's why it's referred to as the majority. It's math. So that's where it's no conspiracy, and things like this. So, not very smart to do that sort of thing. So, yes, but female-led movies are the future. No, good movies are the future. The ones that work and make it. So that all the fingers point to Wonder Woman, the actual first major female superhero movie. And of course, it's Wonder Woman. There were a couple others in the old days of comic books that no one remembers now, but Wonder Woman is the big deal. And it was a good movie. And let's take a look at the star. Boy, what were the complaints about her? None, except, oh, that's right. Feminists were mad at her because she didn't have hairy armpits. And the left was mad at her in general because she served in the Israeli military. Yes, oh, that's terrible. Of course, now let's just forget about that. And now she's back to being a feminist icon, I suppose, because she's Wonder Woman. Plus, oh boy, seeing them stand side by side, it really tells quite the story. And the Wonder Woman film was just a good film. And that's why it succeeded. In fact, I think it's the best one they've done for the DC superheroes. Aquaman made the most money. It's the most successful, and I liked it. And you can learn a lot from Aquaman and Wonder Woman. But I think of the two, Wonder Woman was the better story. But anyway, there you go for that. And that's all that explains that. The sad thing here is Captain Marvel might be a good story, Marvel usually does fairly well. They're able to plot their characters and give you a good adventure and all that sort of thing. In Black Panther was promoted a lot about it being the first black superhero. It wasn't. There'd been other black superhero movies, but this one it was promoted that way with all that language and hype and whatnot, and it paid off for it. But at the end of all was said and done, the Black Panther movie was just a good movie. It was another good adventure and all that stuff. There's few lines here and there, giving lip service to this nonsense. But on the whole, it was a good movie. And Captain Marvel could be the same. There's some of these actors I can't stand. Chris Evans, he's just a complete moron online and stuff, and posing himself as an intellectual and all this stuff when he doesn't know jack squat. But he did a good job as Captain America, and he kind of started spouting his garbage on the when he's leaving the role. It's pretty much all done. So meanwhile, Brie, right out the gate, yeah, here she is, her crap, and that's how you advertise your superhero movie. So, but according to Brie, it was Marvel's idea to make this a feminist movie. That's great, because Marvel felt a little embarrassed that DC had beat them to having a female-led superhero movie first. Oh, boy. If only they had a character ready to go. Oh, that's right. They did, didn't they? Yes, Black Widow. And people were like, hey, how come we're not getting a Black Widow movie? If they did a Black Widow trilogy in the tone of Winter Soldier, boy, those would be fantastic. They're finally working on one. But you gotta wonder, why not? You had a ready-made movie star right there who's already done movies like, oh, that's right. Yes, Scarlett Johansson has done other action movies and sci-fi stuff and all that kind of thing. And one of them was called Ghost in the Shell. Yes, she got all this crap from people who love to punish people and feel superior over it by saying she was racist for playing the character because they said it was supposed to be an Asian character. Yeah. Well, in the story, she's playing a woman who was an Asian woman who died, and they took her brain out and put it in an android body that didn't look anything like her previous body. Completely different. So different, so much that when she met her own mother, her mother didn't recognize her. Yeah, it's an android body. Hence the title. Yeah. So, boy, she took hits for that, and it probably derailed the movie. Ghost in the Shell, the movie, it's okay. I liked it. Nothing spectacular. The effects, of course, are all cool and everything, but story-wise, all right. But it didn't deserve all this hatred and stuff, and it's a racist movie and all that. No, that's BS. Then she got in trouble again for the movie she was going to do, where she was going to play a trans woman, a woman who, or a trans man, rather, a woman who wants to be male. But she's not. Scarlett Johansson doesn't want to be a man, so therefore it doesn't count, and you needed to actually hire a trans actor. It's not going to happen. The movie's dead. So there you go. Here was Scarlett Johansson. It shares the same politics as these people who are eating their own, and still wasn't good enough. So maybe, just maybe, people were dragging their feet that their first female superhero could be played by Scarlett Johansson in her own movie. I don't know, but you got to think a lot of this leftist cult that dominates Hollywood gets in the way of just the basic idea of producing a successful superhero adventure franchise. Yeah, probably couldn't make Iron Man today. Probably couldn't. Billionaire, white male billionaire who constantly flirts with women. Yeah, you couldn't make that movie. Oh, and he sold weapons. And he fought Afghanis. Oh, yeah, you couldn't make that movie today. Not in this atmosphere. Imagine that, huh? Yeah. So, good luck, Captain Marvel. It looks like you're going to need it. But we'll see how accurate these are. But, remember, they were pretty accurate for Justice League. So, oh, well, what a shame, huh? Yeah, it should have been the Black Widow movie. Thank you for watching and listening. Say, while you're here, why not like and subscribe? Yeah, that's what those buttons are for. And check out the link description below. That'll take you to my many stores that have plenty of goodies for you. That's right, you.